I record YouTube. Yeah, I don't know, I need to talk to YouTube people, I guess. Um,
By the way, you need to change your calendar.
is it August? Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What have I got for August? Ew. Kind of lacy mushrooms. Brenda said she had a birthday a couple days ago. Okay.
I
Oh,
have one next week.
oh, really? Are you a Leo too?
Yep.
Oh, okay, great. Two Leos. I'm a Gemini.
And also, I'm left-handed, and Left-Handers Day, International Left-Handers Day, is on my birthday.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Barbara's joining us. That's nice. Hello, Barbara.
Hello.
Are you driving?
Yes.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Glenda.
Okay, well, let's start off as I usually do with my little rubbing the hands thing to get myself centered a little bit. Okay, and I got glasses. Well, I went out today and I wrote a little poem,
Good.
so I'd have something to bring. See if it's any good. At the dog park. At the dog park, some of the dogs seemed tired, trotting behind their owners, while the humans had been going in straight lines. They had been zigzagging here and there, chasing smells and moles, or just the wind. Some wandering dogs are brought back to their owners' side, bribed to buy a treat. All of them, I think, are happy to belong to someone. I sit here wondering who or what I might belong to.
Hmm,
That was a thought I had sitting there.
I like it.
Yeah, not bad for a spontaneous poem. Oh, you know what? One thing I didn't do was get any poems from my books. Oh, well, I'll just drag one out of here. Apricot leaves. Dark clouds to the north. Rain is coming. A flock of tiny birds fly into the apricot tree. Its green and red leaves dance in the wind. Pulling plastic over outdoor furniture, I notice the backs of my hands. Where has the time gone? I remember being young. Why was I always so anxious? Worries fall in the wind like the apricot leaves. Let's see.
Worries, worries fall in the wind like apricot leaves.
Yeah.
That was, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful line.
Okay. What else do I want to read here? The crest of the hill. Stopping on the crest of a hill, I step out of my car and stretch after miles of driving. Quiet here except for the wind. the occasional squawk of a blue jay. The hills here are mostly dry grass, spotted here and there by a solitary oak in rocky outcrops. In building this road, they cut through the cliff, exposing layers of time. I walk over and examine the wavy patterns. Sedimentary, metamorphic, twisted by heat and pressure. I pick up a blue rock frosted with quartz. It looks like an ancient night sky. A car accelerating up the hill breaks the silence. Sound gets loudest as it passes, then slowly gets less as the car disappears downhill. Next, two motorcycles roar up and down the hill. I remember something about Einstein, something about relativity. It's pleasant when the quiet returns. A voice in my head says it's time to go, get back on the road, to my future down there in the city. I'm still holding the blue stone. It took a long time to make it. I can wait a little. Can watch the shadows slowly move across the hills. I'm halfway home, and that's a good place to ponder my life, balancing in the quiet between past and future, while my hands rest on the starry surface of this ancient blue stone.
Lovely.
Okay.
The quiet between my past and future.
Yeah.
I like that line.
Yeah. That's probably different than where you guys live. Out here, there's no rain in the summer, so the hills get really just dry grass. Got the oak tree here and there. Let's see, outside Pete's Coffee. I'm sitting outside Pete's Coffee. Next to my table is a water feature. Sheets of water pour over the edge of a perfectly level stone bowl. In the wind, the water shatters into white tails. It's a hot day. Stray drops of water refresh my face. At the next table, an old man is reading. At his feet, a dog is lying. Once in a while, he looks up at the man or a passing person, then puts his snout on the ground and sighs. At another table, a man is talking loudly in some foreign language. He's either talking to his phone or a young girl who is looking at her phone. For some reason, I don't like him. His loud voice, the girl ignoring him. A pretty girl walks by. I find myself looking at her too long. A blackbird lands on the edge of the water fountain, looks around with its yellow eyes. Then it poops in the water and flies off. I move to the other side of the table, not wanting those water drops now. I remember one drop fell off my lip and into my mouth. To die from that drop would be a meaningless death, I think. The man with the dog gets up. The dog walks stiffly by his side. Some children put their hands in the water. They're laughing. I don't say anything about the poop. Their young immune systems will protect them. I stare at my paper cup in happy resignation. I'm not worried about dying now. What happens will happen. All that matters is I'm here now. And here's a little short one. The old boat. Body returns to earth. That which lived there continues floating on the timeless seas. Let's see. Maybe that's enough of mine. Glenda, you sent me one. I haven't read it yet. because I was busy today, but it looked like a good one.
There's some alliteration in it.
Uh-huh. We like that.
My favorite thing.
Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong person here. Glenda. There you are. This is Glenda's poem for the week. Roses and Rain. There's an alliteration right off. I sit in my chair and listen to my song. It's a song filled with roses and rain and remorse. It tumbles and thrums through my heart to my mind. Like a river that rushes to belong to the sea. I've heard my song through days splashed with sun. I've tried to hum just a verse or a few, always returning to the very first note, beginning each morning with a memory of past flaws. We all have a song inside of us, no one will ever know. Mine whispers often, a phrase set adrift. Each year a new verse that cannot be shared. Though often I've tried without much success. My soul has a smile, but also a tear. That's a nice line. And which one will I sing today as I sit? The one that is seen or the one that is felt? Not every question has an answer, or so I've been told, or so I have heard. And now in the quiet, I hear my song's voice. It laughs at me softly, it touches my soul, and I find myself singing through roses and rain. Wow, that's a masterpiece, Glenda.
Thank you very much,
Wow, that's lovely.
Glenda.
Hmm.
Thank you. I told my daughter when I die that she needs to take all my poems and get them published.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll have her send you one, and then you can have my poem book.
Yeah, yeah. You've written so many.
I
That
have a,
might be a
I
thick.
have a, yeah. Well, I have a John Lobdell book case. See,
Oh my
just for
God.
John Lobdell.
I finally got you my recent ones.
I know.
Let's see. Yeah. Well, if you ever need any help publishing it, give me a call. All I know how to do is self-publish, though. I'm too.
It would take a lot of work because everything I have is written in by hand. It's not like you have it on a tablet, so it would be difficult for somebody to take all that, organize it, and print it.
Oh, really? But you type it out when you send it to me.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's the only way. That's the only time that it's actually printed on a device. Everything else is written by hand. And in notebooks, I have several notebooks, and they're full of poems, and they're all written by hand.
Oh, that's old school. Yeah, that's cool. I used to write by hand, and I kind of gave up.
Yep, that's me. That's me, old school all the way.
Although I start by hand, but then at some point I have to type it. Well, okay. We got time to read a few poems from other people's. This is Ursala Le Guin, who I like a lot. This is for Higaya. I wonder if that's a made-up word, because she wrote all those science fiction novels and probably made up all kinds of names. When you lived in the valley of the Na, that must be from her books. and
Mhm.
were a goldsmith. You made a little disc of gold, the sun on one side, the double spiral on the other, for intrumo of Shinshan. After you left, she wore it on a golden chain, the rayed sun shining outward, the hinge of the spiral hidden against her throat. Pretty soon she'll follow you through the open doorway, and coming by your workshop near the bank of the river Na, smile to see you working. So you are here, you'll say, and she, go along easily, Hegia of my heart. I left your son there in that other valley for us to find someday.
Mm.
And here's one called Bats. It's in two parts, or it's in two parts. Part one. When I used to see bats flying in the California twilight, their intricate zigzag voices went flickering with them, but they fell silent with the years, and without that tiny sonar static, to see them flicker in and out of being is a kind of blindness. Number two. In the twilight in my dream, a little bat was flying. In awakening, I wondered if the bat that I remembered flying in the twilight of the dream of California was in California or the dream. Looking back, remember me before I was a heap of salt. That's an allusion to that biblical thing, right? When the lady was walking out of Sodom and Gomorrah. The laughing
Yeah.
child who seldom did as she was told, or came when she was called. The merry girl who became Lot's bride. The happy woman who loved her wicked city. Do not remember me with pity. I saw you plodding on ahead into the desert of your pitiless faith. Those springs are dry, the earth is dead. I look back, not forward, into death. Forgiving rains dissolve me, and I come still disobedient, still happy, home.
I'm pretty disobedient. Just ask my daughter.
Yeah, well, at least you're not a pillar of salt yet.
Yeah, yeah, that's not likely.
I think those old stories are just metaphors, like poetry, anyway.
I agree.
Here's one by Denise Levertov. It's about poetry. Making peace. A voice from the dark called out, the poets must give us imagination of peace to oust the intense, familiar imagination of disaster. Peace, not only the absence of war, but peace, like a poem, is not there ahead of itself, can't be imagined before it's made, can't be known except in the words of its making. Grammar of justice, syntax of mutual aid, a feeling toward it, dimly sensing a rhythm is all we have until we begin to utter its metaphors, learning them as we speak. A line of peace might appear if we restructure the sentence our lives are making. Well, that's a line. A line of peace
Yeah.
might appear if we restructure the sentence our lives are making. Revoked its reaffirmation of profit and power, questioned our needs, allowed long pauses. A cadence of peace might balance its weight on the different fulcrum. Peace, a presence, an energy field more intense than war, might pulse then, stanza by stanza, into the world. Each act of living, one of its words, each word, a vibration of light, facets of the forming crystal. Wow. I've never read that one before.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's lovely. Yeah, I've written a few poems like that. Maybe I should write some more. The world needs it. Let's see, there's one more by her. From the Image Flow, summer of 1986. These days, these years, when powers and principalities of death weigh down the world deeper and deeper than we ever thought it could fall, and still keep slowly spinning. Hope, caught under the jar's rim, crawls like a golden fly, round and around, a sentinel. It can't get out, it can't fly free, among our heavy hearts, but does not die, keeps up its pace, pausing only as if to meditate, a saving strategy. Whoa, another powerful poem. Good for you,
Mhm.
Denise. Okay, let's see. It's a little one by this guy's name, James Wright. Trying to pray. This time I have left my body behind me, crying in its dark thorns. Still, there are good things in this world. It is dusk. It is the good darkness of women's hands that touch lows. The spirit of a tree begins to move. I touch leaves. I close my eyes and think of water. Two spring charms. Number one. Now it's late winter. Years ago I walked through a spring wind, bending green wheat in a field near Trondheim. Number two. Black snow, like a strange sea creature, draws back into itself, restoring grass to earth. Maybe I'll go here. Here's a little poem by somebody named Sandor Wiors. It's Hungarian. Rain. The rain's pounding away at the rusty eaves, twirling, sliding, bubbling foam. Well, that's rain. You too, and I should walk now, as free as that, on cloud, on air, the meadow and the vapor roads. Move around up there and here below, like this liquid thing, flowing into human life on the rooftops and on shoes. Maybe we'll try a Walt. This is from Walt Whitman. From I Sing the Body Electric. I knew a man, a common farmer, the father of 5 sons, and in them the fathers of sons, and in them the fathers of sons. This man was a wonderful vigor, calmness, beauty of person, the shape of his head, the pale yellow and white of his hair and beard, the immeasurable meaning of his black eyes, the richness and breadth of his manners. These I used to go and visit him to see. He was wise also. He was 6 feet tall. He was over 80 years old. His sons were massive, clean, bearded, tan-faced, handsome. They and his daughters loved him. All who saw him loved him. They did not love him by allowance. They loved him with personal love. He drank water only. The blood showed like scarlet through the clear brown skin of his face. He was a frequent gunner and fisher. He sailed his boat himself. He had to find one presented to him by a ship joiner. He had fowling pieces presented to him by men that loved him. When he went with his 5 sons and many grandsons to hunt or fish, you would pick him out as the most beautiful and vigorous of the gang. You would wish long and long to be with him. You would wish to sit by him in the boat, that you and he might touch each other. Well, okay. Zoom is telling me I'm running out of time. Okay. Time to go to Mary. This is Mary Oliver showing the birds. Look, children, here is the shy, flightless dodo, the many-colored pigeon named the passenger, the great auk, the Eskimo curlew, the woodpecker called the Lord God bird, the... Come, children, hurry. There are so many more wonderful things to show you in the museum's dark drawers. Ooh.
Ooh.
That reminds me of, what's his name? I can't think of it now. From this river, when I was a child, I used to drink. But when I came back, I found the body of the river was dying. Did it speak? Yes, it sang out the old songs, but faintly. What will you do? I will grieve, of course, but that's nothing. What precisely will you grieve for? For the river, for myself, my lost joyfulness, for the children who will not know what a river can be, a friend, a companion, a hint of heaven. Isn't this somewhat overplayed? I said, it can be a friend, a companion, a hint of heaven.
Mm.
Not this, not that, nor anything. Not the eastern wind whose other name is rain, nor the burning heats of the dunes at the crown of summer, nor the ticks, that new ferocious populace, not the president who loves blood, nor the governmental agencies that love money will alter. For love, my love for you, my friends, and my beloved, or for you, O ghosts of Emerson and Whitman, oh, for you, old blue sky of a summer morning that makes me roll in a barrel of gratitude down hills. Or for you, oldest of friends, hope. Or for you, newest of friends, faith. Or for you, silliest and dearest of surprises, my own life. Pick the nice one to end on. The silliest of things. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you, John, and you too, Glenda.
Thank you, Julie and Glenda, Brenda,
You have a
Barbara.
great day.
All
Thank
right.
you all.
You all have a good week, and
You
see
too.
you next week. Barbara is
All right.
saying
Bye-bye.
thanks to everyone, and
Bye-bye.
Brenda is saying thank you, John, and all. Okay, great. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.